Alright ladies, this is your March workout. What I want to do is I'm going to give you a gym-based workout. I'm also going to hopefully put up a body weight-based one you can do at home, but I have tons of those in the past. The only thing I really haven't thrown up is a video that you can do in the gym or exercises that I think are, if you have the equipment, by all means use the equipment. So this is going to be 4 supersets and 1 tricep. A superset is basically 2 exercises. You do exercise 1, exercise 2, no rest between. You can rest after. Repeat it, okay? Don't worry too much about the reps in the sets because I'm actually going to write that in the description below the video, okay? All I want you to pay attention to is the form that I'm doing, and then you guys can just copy and paste off of the YouTube description and go to town from there and bring it on your iPhone or whatever and watch it from there. So again, I'm going to do 2 exercises. I'm going to talk a little bit about them, and then I'll show you what 1 set would actually look like. So the first one we're going to go to is one of my favorites. It's called a dual dumbbell clean and press. Now, essentially, it's probably the most innate pattern that we possibly have in our bodies. It's pretty natural for me to pick something off the ground and put it up on a shelf. Okay, that's essentially clean and press, which is why I can pretty much throw it at any beginner and feel okay and confident in what they're doing. The only thing I'd say is you always need to have your chest up. So watch. 2 dumbbells. And I'm going to show you from the side so you can see what I mean by chest up. You start at your knees or maybe a little bit below your knees to overhead. 1 shot. 1, 2, 1 shot. 1, 2, 1 shot. Notice that I have my chest up. I'm never here, so it helps to look forward, not down. Okay, this is going to be my first one. I'm going to immediately follow that with plank swimmers. Now, you can do this with your elbows on a mat if it's really tender, like in your forearms or whatever, but I'd say suck it up, because if your forearms are sweaty, and they should be by the time you get done with this one, you're going to feel like you're sliding all over the place. So maybe throw a towel down or something, but I wouldn't get on something that's too slick or slippery. So if you look at a basic plank position, my butt should not be higher than my rib cage. So come down here for a second. Okay. I'll show you this from the front and from the side, okay? A plank swimmer, I think, planks are okay. The only problem is, like, how long do you want to stay there for? Like, you're going to play on your phone while you're doing that? It's freaking boring as hell. So do something in a plank, which usually incorporates moving arms or moving legs or doing something. So I really like this one. Most people can grasp it right off the get-go. Basically from the front view, so it should look like, again, my butt stays down. I'm changing fairly fast from the side view, and this is way more important. Okay, my chest is over my elbows, my butt is down, it's not up, which is the biggest mistake. My feet can be where they feel strongest. I'm going to try to lift my arm higher than my butt. Switch, which is that swimming motion. What I will say is the hips should not drum. So I don't want to see this. If that's what's happening, it's too hard. You should be doing it from the knees until you can get your hips locked. Okay? They'll move a little. I just don't want to see too much booty shaking. Okay? So again, don't worry about the sets and reps, but let me show you what 1 set looks like. Okay, again, because the sets and reps are down in your description, so 6 to 8. Close to my body, up and down. 15 to 20 per arm, so 30, okay, or 40. I'll do half here and I'll split the other way. You ever feel planks in your butt, or sorry, your lower back? Your butt's too low. Feel too much shoulders, butt's too high. There's a happy medium where you feel strongest. Okay? It's the first exercise. 3 to 4 sets. My heart rate's really high. So all that means is that I just need to take enough rest that I can go back to clean press. So that's your first superset. Second one, this isn't beginner. Okay? Again, if you're in a gym and you're doing a lot of free weight stuff, you've probably been doing it for a little while. If you need something more beginner based, I'd say start at body weight. I've got tons of videos. I'm gonna go push up off the bench into a knee tuck. So I'm trying to bring more abs always into it for you ladies, okay? So the reason why I say push up off a bench is I don't know too many ladies who can do a proper push up off the ground. So come up to a bench. Should always be on your toes, not your heels. Don't stick your butt up. Chest is over the bench. Push up. As soon as I come up, my knee comes up. Down, switch. Down, switch. Okay? I'll show you that when I actually do my set. It's hard to get the timing, right? So as I'm down, as I'm coming down, I'm straightening that leg. As I'm coming up, I'm raising the knee. If you have to separate it, fine, okay? Don't stick your butt in here. Second one. Most women, like as in 90% of you, guys included, not being, sexist, shoulders, back, right? It's just, you guys have something different that we don't, which is this weight pulls your shoulders down, right? So it's impossible to do too much back work. You are going to hate this exercise, is just telling you straight up front, but you need it. You're gonna take a dumbbell, okay? It's fairly heavy. Now, I need you to choose a weight that you could probably only do 10 with, except you're gonna do 20. Super, super important that my body is straight. My chest is higher than my butt is. Okay, so I'm just gonna brace a bench. It could be anything, I don't care what you wanna brace. Okay, you could brace a rail, you could brace a piece of equipment, it doesn't matter. What matters, my chest is higher than my butt. Now, rows, usually when you see a bent over row or one arm row, it's like this. Okay. Except the problem is, this is not my back working. This is my arm. If I don't squeeze, release, you're not working your back. So having to rest dead, which is the dead start part, every single rep will force you to rip the lawnmower cord. Rip the lawnmower cord. Rip the lawnmower cord. Okay? Chest is higher than my butt. Ugh. Dead. Dead. Not. Okay? It's not bouncing. I'm actually letting go for half a second to squeeze my elbow. I don't need to rotate, but squeeze my elbow slightly around my body. Okay? Think about your shoulder blade. So, I'm gonna do a full set. This one is 20 in arm. You're gonna see how difficult that is to do. Okay, push up. 6 to 8 per side. So I'm either going 12 or I'm gonna go 16. Knee higher than your belly button if you want your abs. This is hip flexor. That's abs. Okay. If all you can do is half down and back up, that is better than, okay? Open your chest, open your chest, knee. Open your chest, knee. I don't care how low you get in your push-up, just quality. And what I said, chest higher than your butt. Going 20. Nice full back posture. Rip the lawnmower cord. 10. If you don't hate it by 10, you're not doing it right. It's not heavy enough. I know how hard that is. If you need to rest between sides, it's fine. Just a little bit. 15 seconds, not gonna hurt. Remember what I said? Chest is higher than my butt. Rip the cord. 2. Dead. 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. If I don't hate it by 10, there's a problem. 11. 12. 13. Posture's still good, right? 14. 15. I'm not here. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. Probably 3 sets. You should absolutely hate it, but you need it. All right, next one, cables. Now, my rope is a little bit longer than some. Sometimes they're short. It doesn't matter. Okay. Technically, you could use a towel. Just hook it in through this carabiner. Again, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the size of the rope. Right? Now, 2 exercises. I'm going to show you a variation on the second one. It's important that these are exercises you feel, not exercises you just rip off. Okay? If you're doing it and you're like, yeah, and you're not paying attention to form, your triceps are going to hurt instead of your posture muscles. Watch. Straight arm lat pull down. Lat pull down, that exercise where you do this. Okay, and there's a cable above you. This is a straight arm. So I'm going to walk back a little bit. Okay, stick your butt out. Now, what I should feel is a stretch in here. The bottom of my shoulder blade, which is what you're trying to work. So from here, notice my elbows stay straight. You are going to feel tricep, but if you bend your elbow, which is the biggest mistake, everybody does this, okay, like a tricep press down. I'm not trying to work my triceps, I'm trying to work my back. So, butt sticking out, chest is up, straight arm. 1, 2, breathe, stretch, soft. It can be quick, but I want soft, I don't want you to fly up. Soft. And notice the whole time, chest and butt. Okay? Probably a little bit lighter. I prefer this variation as far as the superset goes. Leave the cable high, unless you change. Instead of grabbing on the bottom of the rope, I'm going to put the balls on the top. Okay? I want you to walk back. Soft. Do not throw your lower back at this. Okay? Otherwise it's too heavy. Get it behind my ears. Okay? My elbows are back. Most important thing. Okay? Hopefully you shaved your armpit because you're going to be showing it off. So, behind me. Behind me. Okay? Notice my posture. I'm trying to get these elbows in the ball behind. I'm not using my back. Again, I'm soft, pull, soft, pull. Back exercises, I like holds at the end. Now, if you feel that too much like pinching, pain in your shoulder, and you can do this on your cable strap, it doesn't hurt to bring it down to the middle point. Okay? Soft, behind you. I'm trying to hit my forehead. If it's done wrong and you went too heavy, guaranteed. Okay. In most things, if your butt sticks out and your chest sticks out, it's probably done right. Okay. Plus the world's a happier place like that. abs and some posture. Over here. Okay. These two are some of my favorite things to do. I will caution that not everybody can do the ab wheel, and not everybody should do the ab wheel. If when doing the ab wheel, all you feel is your lower back, you need to have somebody show you how to do it properly, okay? The other thing you need to do is learn to limit your range of motion. But don't do this exercise just because I prescribed it if all you feel is your lower back. So here's what you can do. You take a pad. Okay? You probably want to fold it in half so there's more padding on your knees. Now, just come watch me a second. Ab wheel rollouts they're self-limiting, right? I'm only going to go so far before I fall. That's why I like them. Now, if you can try to remember this, I want you to go into a ball before you start. It's a little dramatic, but I don't want you here because you're guaranteed to feel it in your back, okay? Tuck your pelvis a bit, so go into a ball. You're gonna roll out as far as you think you can. It's really hard here. Okay, now if you can get, all the way out, hey, power to you. But again, you shouldn't feel it in your lower back. So I'm in a ball. Now, I'm just chilling out here. This is easy. To make it harder, okay, I call this a Pike Plank after. So from here, we're gonna go ab wheel roll out to Pike Plank. I actually want you to start your set on your toes. Me having to support myself on this wheel, trust me, my abs are firing like crazy. So here, now I drop my knees, roll out as far as I think I can, get back on my knees. If I feel it in my back, it's most likely because I did this. I need to start back in my ball, okay? Same mat, so I'm just gonna unfold it. Now personally, I don't do this with a weight heavier than like an 8 or a 10 pound. So you're either gonna take like little baby weight plates, like 2.5s, maybe 5s if you're really strong, or it's about the only time I condone using pink dumbbells, right? Now, this is important that you do it in the right sequence, or all you're gonna feel is your lower back. So, I'm gonna start with dumbbells. I want a 2 count hold, okay? So let's put a 2 count hold at the front and a 2 count hold at the bottom. So what do I mean by that? 1, 2, I'm squeezing as low as I can. 1, 2, dead. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Do not, whatever you do, don't rip on your spine and don't rip on your neck. Head down, slow movement. Okay. So, make sure you said that. Best rep range, probably like 12 and 12. Think about rolling past your eyebrows, up to your knees. Toes, eyebrows, toes, past your eyebrows, toes, eyebrows. If I feel my lower back, ball, eyebrows, toes, eyebrows, toes. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 3. 1, 4. 1, 5. 1, 6. Straight elbows. 1, 7. 1, 8. 1, 9. 1, 10. 1, 11. 1, done. Alright, so I'm sweating, you'll be sweating like crazy. Stop doing cardio, ladies, please. Lift some weights. My heart rate is high enough, like I was on an elliptical. At least I get some shape out of it. Alright, here we go. So I'm gonna that. I'm going with 3 exercises. These ones, when you're tired, posture tends to go out the window. So even like me being tired right now, here, okay, my pelvis is gonna sunk in. I'll be like, man, I had the best workout. Yeah, it looks like it, right? Fix it. These exercises are just meant to open your posture up, okay? So 3 exercises instead of 2. First one I'm gonna do is what's called a glute bridge, okay? It's impossible for ladies to do too much glute bridging. Trick is to find a variation hard enough. So you lay lengthwise on a mat, but I'm just showing you this way. Okay, typical glute bridge. If anything, it's not a bad idea to think about the stomach being flat, okay? And suck it in a little bit if you want to, but that's not super important. I just don't want you to arch through your back, okay? So if it helps to suck in the stomach a little bit, that's better for your glutes. This is a glute bridge. My knee, my hip, my shoulder are straight, okay? I'm not here, I'm here. I actually feel my butt cheek squeezing. Down, up, down. Now, if that's hard enough for 15 reps, leave it there, that's fine, you can start there, okay? If not, I want you to go to a 1-leg glute bridge. Now, easier version, harder version. Okay, easier version. Okay, harder version. Because the weight's further away from my body. Okay, I have to use a little bit more core and everything to do that. So to watch on this side, my knee, my hip, my shoulder, they still end up straight. Again, easy version, knee, hip, shoulder straight. Okay, harder version. Okay. Second exercise. This is already part of your warm-up, but I need you to do more of it. Fire hydrant. 2 things are going to go wrong. You're either going to bend your elbows or you're going to tripod. So tripoding meaning if I have 2 points of support here and my knees are together like this, either on one leg or together, this is 3 points of contact. I'm in a tripod. Your knees need to be apart. Okay? Go high, kick back, reset. Side, back, forward, side, back, forward. You're going to do a few things. Okay? Lock the elbows. Stay within the middle of your mat. Side, back, forward, side, back, forward. Side, back, forward, side, back, forward. Okay? If you try to remember the sequence of events, think about this. A dog pees on a fire hydrant, it runs from a fire hydrant, and it finds the next one. Pees on it, runs from it, finds the next one. Alright. Now, next one, you need a piece of equipment for this that your gym may or may not have. I don't care. Spend the 20 bucks. Okay? Bands last a really long time, especially if you get the good ones, and you're going to be using them for a lot of things. So cop the 20 bucks, go buy a band. You need the lightest band possible, okay? Or one light, medium, okay? Don't go heavy. Now, I prefer something like the Slastics brands that has the covering of the tubing, because, and I've had this happen actually, where the band inside will snap. They just get worn out. They're not going to last forever, especially light bands. They take a lot of beating. So if it snaps, it's not going to snap in your eye. So if you can find one that isn't what we call naked tubing, so this is safety toners, versus, you know, something like this one, and we call this naked tubing because the rubber's naked. Sissel is a good brand, Lifeline is a good brand, the JC bands are awesome too. It's not a bad idea to bind them, but like think about where you're wrapping it around. If that's really sharp or chafed, you're eventually going to rip it and you're going to do one of these and snap in your eye. So personally, when I buy bands, I just don't buy naked tubing anymore. Now, go behind. I'm going to do 3 shoulder exercises. Okay. Now these shoulder exercises, again, I need to open my posture because remember what I said, when you're tired, you're going to be here. Okay, most women usually are. I need you to be up here. So 10 of each. Why? If it's too easy, I move back. Okay? What I do not want to see is, okay, there's no lower body in this exercise, just your shoulders. Open it. It can be quick. Okay? Shoulders start to burn. You can ease off for a second. You can put them down for a second if you need to. T's. Body is a T. Okay. W's. W's are a little bit more rotator cuff. They feel good to really open the shoulder, but they're hard to mess up, or they're hard to do properly. So you gotta watch this for a second, okay? First and foremost, pull your elbows as high as you can, okay? Notice my neck isn't like this, it's just here. So I'm now parallel to the ground as far as my forearms go. I'm gonna flip behind me and flip down. I don't want to go forward. My elbows stay back the whole time. Flip up, flip down, flip up, flip down. If it's too hard, walk in. Flip up, flip down. Do not bring your lower back into it. Flip up, flip down. Everybody lets it go because this is really hard to hold. Okay? So, this is the last try, so you're going to watch this in action. I'm just going to do a two-legged bridge for half of it, then I'll switch to a one-legged bridge just so you can see it. Follow. Knee, hip, shoulder, straight. 1, 2. Doesn't need to rest. 3, 4, 5. I find myself being wide. Every once in a while, I'll go narrow. Always change it. That's half. Straight. Knee, hip, shoulder, straight. It's twice as hard. It's the same body weight, but half the limbs making the work. If you feel your quads, your feet need to go further up. You should not feel your quads. Your hamstring, and maybe a little bit your butt, but mostly you're going to feel hamstring because that usually cramps up first. You should be high enough to squeeze your butt on purpose. 5 hydrant. 4 points. Knees in line with wrists, or knees at least apart. Peas on a fire hydrant, runs away. Side, back, forward, side, back, forward. My arms stiff. Side, back, forward. Doesn't mean I'm not pushing harder on one than the other. It just means I'm not leaning or I'm not leaning. I'm not compensating. Just showing you different views, just to see that I'm not bent. Straight leg, side, straight leg back, side, straight leg back. If you don't feel your glutes, you don't have them. 10 of each. That's just one set of each. I am sweating. Muscles are working. I mean, I worked out earlier today, but this is a workout just showing it. So, use light weights, start out easy, okay? 3, maybe 4 sets of each of them. If you feel like it's too easy, bump up the weight, okay? Be more strict with your reps. Watch the cues. The cues are super, super important. Again, description of the entire workout, how many reps, how many sets, that kind of stuff is written below the description. So, any questions, let me know.